Hey everyone, Princess Full Moonfall here. Today, we are playing level 5 of Lil Guardsman. This level was a bit longer than expected, so that's why we're only doing one level.
Lil, rise and shine.
What, Dad? You rise, you shine. I'll take 5 more minutes.
It's time to get up.
Shouldn't you be down at the guard shed? And shouldn't I be heading down to cover for you?
Do you want the good news or the bad news? We have to work the night shift tonight.
I'm going back to bed.
No, you're getting out of this house and taking some time to yourself today.
Why do we have to work the night shift?
Good news or bad news? Apparently you didn't pick the right person's champion for the rescue mission, whatever that means, and they're punishing you for it. And I won't be able to cover for you, because I'm also working the night shift at the East Gate.
Okay, and what's the good news?
There isn't any. I guess it was just bad news this time.
Who's punishing you?
No one. I work the night shift a couple times a week to help us get by.
Oh, Dad, I didn't know that.
So, I guess you could say the economy is punishing me. That and inflation. If taxes keep going up, I might have to get a third job so we can keep affording things like your little doohickey here.
Wait, don't touch that!
Whoa! What just happened?
Do you want the good news or the bad news? Both are. I don't know. Do you feel okay?
I feel fine, sweetie. No need to look all blurry about it. Now you get out of here and enjoy your day off. But don't enjoy it too much. You have to work all night, remember?
Okay, I'm going. Just try not to operate any heavy machinery until I get back. I should probably check in with Dr. B and make sure my dad isn't radioactive.
Now you get out of here and enjoy your day off. But don't enjoy it too much. You have to work all night, remember?
Oh, God, the rat problem is even worse than I thought. We eat all of our meals here. People are sleeping upstairs. Better not.
This hat, it is not as fantastic as my previous hat. My journey, it continues.
Isla, Simon, Lamont, how's it going, guys?
Hey, if it isn't Little Miss I haven't been around for a while. Where you been all this time?
Not around. I got what every kid fears they'll get one day.
Chickenpox?
Worse than that, Simon. I got a job. What are you up to?
Well, you just missed the rock throwing portion of our morning. Sadly, we chucked the last rock in the alley over the fence. Next, well...
We were thinking of seeing if we could get our mitts on some of the cool stuff that Garby guys got over there. They look like magical toys, basically.
I have to use a bunch of those for my job, and even though they look like a barrel of laughs, they're serious business.
Come on, Lil. For some reason, the world is basically treating you like you're old. Work your magic and score us some sweet loot.
I'm not sure if it's a good idea, but I'll talk to Garbanzo over there and see.
Hi, Lil. Sorry, I'm not quite ready to open up the shop yet. I can't seem to find my inventory key. What are you doing up so early?
Working the graveyard shift tonight. So, I'm finally available to see some of my friends who have responsible parents and reasonable bedtimes.
People like those small hooligans over there?
Those aren't small hooligans, they're my friends. And I was actually coming to talk to you about letting us borrow a couple of items.
I stand by my statement. And we can talk about loaning you some merchandise later. But first, I've lost the key to my inventory, and I think one of them might have stolen it. Maybe you could talk to them for me. Work your little guardsman magic and see what you could do to get it back.
On it. Alright guys, time to confess. Which one of you took poor Garby's inventory key?
Wasn't me. I don't know.
I ain't saying nothing.
So that's the way it's gonna be, is it? Listen, I need that key to upgrade tools and buy more power crystals, so one of you is gonna tell me who's responsible.
Are you a lawyer all of a sudden?
Nope, but I'm a guardsman. I hope you got your story straight, cause I really don't want to go down to the guard shed and get my metal detector. So tell me, which one of you took Garby's key?
I've never brought this up to the group before, but I think Isla is a kleptomaniac. I always see her taking things out of Lamont's backpack when he's not looking. But also...
Between you and me, I saw Lamont poking his big, dumb, handsome nose that sits in the middle of his gorgeous face all around that booth. It was probably him. Oh, he's such a bad boy, but also...
It was Simon.
I could make up my mind now, or dig a little deeper.
I said it before, I'll say it again. It was Isla.
Okay, maybe Isla isn't a klepto, but she did go through his bag just before you got here. Maybe she's got a good reason to be going through his stuff. I got here third, so I didn't see anything.
I know it wasn't me. I'm in a bit of a two-strike situation with my parents, and I'll be sent to the National Ballet School in Marvog if I get in trouble again. But I'm telling you, Lamont got here first, and I saw him rooting around Garby's shop.
So, did you figure out who took my key?
I hate to be a narc, but I think it was... It was probably Lamont. He's the tough-looking kid with the missing tooth.
Thanks, Lil. I'll be right back. Hey, you! Mullet boy! Stay right where you are! Ugh, got the key back. And those hooligans ran off. It's a win-win. Now my shop is ready to open. For helping me out, I'd like to offer you some gold to upgrade one of your tools. Or load up on crystals. Whatever your little heart desires.
Little found a power crystal between a pike of chicken bones and a broken vacuum cleaner. Good for you.
Well, that's just great. What am I supposed to do now? I guess I could go back in time to when she was here. Shut it down! Dr. B did say I could only use it at the guard shed. Maybe that's why it's on the fritz? I'll better just get to my shift before this thing explodes.
Step right up, one and all, and win some money on the Goblin Ball.
Hello again, Fredo.
Again? I've never seen you before in my life.
But I placed a bet with you on the last game.
Doesn't ring a bell.
The Kalidar Lightning game against the Brawlers, I won some money.
Okay, if you say so. Person I've never seen before. Anyways, you want to make a bet on the game? Here are the teams at play, kiddo. Which one do you want to hear about? Ah, the home team. People either love them or they hate them. Me? I'm indifferent. But with the princess missing, the kingdom could really use a win right now. Nah, if only those bums would get up off their behinds and show a little hustle every now and again. Great team, though. Are you sure you want to bet on them? Here are the teams at play, kiddo. Which one? This team went under a major rebranding and hired a whole new set of eager rookies. They're fast, but lack the muscle mass that some of the more seasoned teams have. Let's hope the starch in those new uniforms doesn't slow them down too much. You sure you want to bet on them? How much you looking to gamble? All right, kid. Your bet is in. Good luck.
Oh, hello, dear. Are you here to watch the Goblin Ball game?
Hiya, Mrs. A. I usually find Goblin Ball too boring to watch, unless of course there's a little action on it, if you know what I mean.
I most certainly do. I've got this month's pension check riding on a sure thing tip that's gonna pay out big time.
You sure seems confident, Mrs. A. Care to share that tip with this underage gambler?
Your father wouldn't be pleased with me, but I'll tell you what.
Actually, I've already placed my bet for the game. Good luck, though, Mrs. A.
Oh, all right. Say hi to that father of yours for me.
This hat, it is not as fantastic as my previous hat. My journey, it continues.
Let's watch some Goblin Ball.
What an embarrassing series of unfortunate accidents for the Milton Marauders. First, hometown hero Jorble Epstein barrel rolls out of the way and completely avoids the Marauders' lightning-fast defensive line. Next, the Sprawl Zone dynamic duo Edie and Audrey O'Goblin shave all 14.7 seconds they need off their time in order to open the Diamond Snoff's cage. Incredible! We only see that every few years. It all comes down to the final wagon wheel toss, and the coach has sent in Sir Warren Bainbridge, the bad boy of the Brawlers' midfield passive-aggressive line. He's muttering something to himself. He spins. He lifts the wheel above his head. He spins. He spins again. He spins a third time, and it's launched. But what's that? The Marauders' Weather Wizard sends a fierce gale force wind at the wagon wheel, and it's way off course. And it's coming this way. Oh, God, I'm stuck in this booth, and it's coming right for me. Oh, God, tell my wife I love her.
Lucky guess, kid. Come back next time for all your illegal gambling needs. Just ask for Fredo.
This hat.
What's this? A mysterious present? Perhaps a secret admirer?
Lilith, Guardian of the Southern Gate. Excellent work picking the obvious choice FOT, the Princess Rescue Mission. Unfortunately, the Warriors seems to have gotten themselves into some hot water with the Farmers Union. Not your fault though. Anyway, please enjoy this one-time bonus. Message concluded. P.S. Sorry to hear about the night shift. Lieutenant Stryker. You received a free metal detector slot upgrade.
Sweet.
There is no writ for the night shift, however. There is a book labeled Monster Manual sitting in front of Little.
Good evening, child. I have not seen you at the post before.
Yeah, you know how it goes. Through the short straw this time. Burning it at both ends, you know. Just gotta keep on trucking through.
I hear you are working a graveyard shift myself.
Yeah.
You said it.
What did you say your name was, sir?
Heinrich.
And last name?
Von Pyre.
Von Pyre?
Von Pyre.
Title?
Count.
Your name is Count Heinrich von Pyre?
Yes.
That's a fun name to have.
It is. It is. I thank you, little girl. I happen to come from a long line of vampires.
I have no doubt in my mind.
Yes, I am. So wouldn't mind letting me in.
Did you say invite you in?
Invited in the places? As long as it's not one of the users that's all of violent light.
You killed actual vampire Count Heinrich von Pyre. He was undead, but he was also a successful chiropractor and pillar of his community.
Good evening, child. I have not seen you at the post before.
Yeah.
You? Your tawdry magic spray does not have any effect on me, child.
What did you say your name was? And
Von.
Von. Tight. Your
Yeah.
That's a fun.
Yeah.
I- And what do we have in there?
Those would be my fillings. If you would like a closer inspection, all you need do is come closer, child.
An obvious vampire invites you to get a closer look at their teeth, and you say yes? Really?
Good evening, child.
Yeah.
You said.
What did you say your What?
I have no idea what you mean. I happen to come from a long line of vampires.
I have no doubt in my mind. So, are
Running late? Yes, I am. So if you wouldn't mind inviting me in,
did you? Well, I certainly wouldn't want to get in.
look into my...
There is no way I'm gonna let you in. You're clearly a vampire. You're here to suck the blood of the innocent and create evil minions.
Hey, there is no need for that.
Excuse me?
Yes, I am a vampire, but I am not defined by it. I am also a prominent member of this society, and I am running late for my job at my clinic. I am a chiropractor.
I've never heard of a late-night chiropractic clinic before.
It is for other vampires. There are more of us than you think. And I do not appreciate you discriminating against us with your hurtful and dated vampire stereotypes.
I'm sorry, I never knew. This is my first night shift.
I mean, sure, when the odd normie comes in, we crack their back and then maybe bite their neck a couple of times, but it's all in good fun.
So this arrangement with the other guard, the pain in the neck?
Yes, I used to give him free neck adjustments for him inviting me in. No funny business. Now, would you kindly reconsider your choice and invite me in already?
Haha, no picture.
Would you care to enter the sprawl?
Why, thank you for the lovely invitation. I accept. Thank you, little girl. Until the next time you work the night shift.
Hopefully that's never. Have a good time in there.
You let him in? He is clearly a vampire. I don't care what he says he does for a living. He's undead.
Listen, little girl, there isn't much time. You must send me to jail immediately. I pray you don't make me explain any further. We haven't the time.
I feel like I've seen you before. Did you go to a funeral for a cat recently?
Sprinkles! That vile beast of a feline. I am certain that cat cursed me and turned me into the monster I am today. I assure you, I am in my right mind. You must gather the other guards and escort me to the dungeons right now. I know it is a strange request, but it is a matter of grave importance. And by grave importance, I mean someone could die.
Whoa, this sounds really serious. Are you sure you want me to send you to jail?
Yes, yes I am, and there is not a moment to lose. Thank you. Bless you, child. The world is a safer place now.
I really hope you get the help you need.
You observed and understood this man's affliction, Leakinism. You made the right decision, but could have arrived at it sooner.
Oh my god.
No, little one. Not a god, just an incredibly handsome mortal. People make that mistake all the time. It is I, Prince Phineas, heir to the throne of Petrarch.
Incredibly handsome? Really?
11 out of 10, baby.
Barf. Do you have anything to declare? Please say no and just go about your business.
As a matter of fact, I do.
Yeah, I was afraid of that.
I declare that I am...
Drunk?
No. Well, actually, hold on. Yes, I am drunk. Sauced. 3 sheets to the wind. Nay, 4 sheets.
No sheet. Okay, and I feel like I'm gonna regret asking, but what have you been doing tonight?
What do you want me to say? Milkmaids? Or what I've been doing with the milkmaids?
Well, we've come this far. What have you been doing with the milkmaids?
I got thrown out for trying to stretch a single into a double.
I just feel sorry for you, man.
Don't pity me, little one. I am a crown prince of the realm.
A sad one. Aren't you here trying to win the hand of Princess Desdemona?
Well, sure I am, but when the Mages Guild throws a party in your honor, boy, do they know how to show you a good time. And you can't stop a fox from stealing eggs, am I right? Huh?
What? What does that even mean?
It means everyone always thought the Sprawl was crazy for being aligned with such an uptight group of old bores. They really know how to show a guy a good time.
No, I meant the thing about the foxes stealing eggs.
Can't stop them, and I'm the fox.
Barf, 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 barf. Good night, Prince Phineas.
That's me. Ha ha.
Yeah, I know. That's why I said it. Now get out of here, you drunk fool.
Oh, all right.
Good Good evening, my dear.
Mrs. Abernathy, you're out awful late, especially with all these comings and goings about the sprawl.
Oh, my stars, would you look at the time? How the day does get away from you. I best be turning in.
My dad will sure be glad I've seen at least one familiar face tonight.
Your dad?
Yeah, you know my dad, Hamish.
Oh, yes, Hamish. Your dad, Hamish. Best be getting home to bed.
That's funny. I don't think I've ever heard you call him Hamish before.
Yes, usually I call him your dad.
No, usually you call him Shamish.
Yes, Shamish. Best be getting home to bed.
Mrs. Abernathy?
Good evening, my dear.
Hi?
Oh, my stars, would you look at the time? How the day does get away from you. I best be turning in.
Well, that's weird. Something is seriously weird here. Didn't I read somewhere about showing people something familiar? Does this do anything for you?
Oh, yes, it is very nice. Thank you.
That was one of your award-winning bonds, Mrs. Abernathy. You don't recognize it?
Award-winning buns. Don't you recognize it?
You're not Mrs. Abernathy at all, are you? Get out of here, you lousy shapeshifter monster!
You tried to show Mrs. Abernathy her own buns, revealing her to be a shape-shifting monster. Well done.
Well, well, well. If it isn't the little smaggle. I was hoping we'd meet again. I'd love to stay and chat, but I have a rather important meeting to attend. When I was a little boy and my powers were beginning to form, I had a budgie named Petey. Petey was my best, nay, only friend. When he flew full speed into the window and fell to the floor, my innate ability to rouse the dead awakened. Have I spent most of my adult life trying to hide these forbidden gifts? Yes. Do they come in handy when certain foreign visitors practice their ballet and decapitate a few chambermaids? Also, yes.
It says they should be discouraged from entering the sprawl.
And what exactly is this meeting you're attending?
If you must know, I was summoned by Praetor Kargan personally. It is a highly confidential matter that doesn't concern you.
As a guard of the kingdom, you don't tell me what does and does not concern me. I tell you what does and does not concern me.
A backbone. Interesting. Foolish, but interesting.
Why does Praetor Kargan want to meet with you?
I'm feeling rather generous today, so I will tell you. The Marvog High Council, led by Praetor Kargan herself, are concerned. As ceremonial killings have become more and more common, their numbers continue to dwindle. With that in mind, the Empress reached out to me regarding the practice of necromancy to preserve the life force of some of these brave fallen souls.
Necromancy? Isn't that bringing dead people back to life?
Oh, child, it is so much more than that. With knowledge of life and death, the future and the past both fold atop one another, connecting us to all of time and giving us the ability to foretell not only what has been, but what is to come. Oh, reprehensible smaggle! We at the Mages Guild will not tolerate this treatment any longer. We will continue to probe the limits of the universe and find the keys to unlock the secrets of life and death itself. You will soon find that you stand on the wrong side of history. A great reckoning is coming, and humanity is due for an evolution into a more powerful being. You will see, Gatekeeper.
Okay, you can go now.
I do have this meeting, though. Please let me in.
Okay, fine. But cool it with all the maniacal laughter next time.
Praetor Kargan will be most pleased by this. You actually did your job today. Your parents must be so proud.
My dad, maybe. My mom's dead.
Would you like me to do something about that?
Ugh, just go.
You didn't let the creepy guy into the sprawl. That's gotta be worth at least a pat on the back.
Oh my god! Are you some kind of scary tree monster?
Yes! Now let me in or I'll thwomp and stomp you!
I will allow exactly no stomping and or thwomping in this city on my watch. Guards, take this scary tree monster to jail.
I will stomp and thwomp in your jail, and I will become king of the prison yard.
I wish you luck on your campaign.
You made an angry, scary tree monster even more angry by sending him to jail. Maybe compassion instead of incarceration would have won the day?
Oh my god! And what business would...
Too many people come through my woods. Too many strangers stomping on our roots and throwing their garbage on us. Me and my brothers and sisters say no more.
I'm sorry, but you're gonna have to fill out paperwork and file a few official requests before I can let you into Stomp and Thwomp. You wouldn't mind that, would you?
Yes, would. Me.
So if people coming through your woods is bugging all of your plant friends, why didn't they all show up? Why just send you?
Plant friends got together and decided Scary Tree Monster should go. Scary Tree Monster was voted the scariest and strongest and can walk pretty well. So he was the one elected to Stomp and Thwomp.
Seems like you have a pretty democratic way of figuring things out in the woods.
Yes, but we must still be wary of the tyranny of the majority.
have no contraband on you, but you do have some concerning looking lines near your roots there.
That is termites. Don't worry, it's not contagious. It is hereditary, but I have it under control.
I'm sorry, but we are full up on tree monsters today, scary or otherwise. I'm afraid your entrance has been denied.
This is an outrage! Scary tree monster hate bureaucracy. If I cannot stomp and thwomp in the city, I will stomp and thwomp outside of the city.
Whatever you do in your own time is your business.
You thwarted a thwomping. Excellent work.
Hello. I wish safe passage through this gate.
Can do. I'm just gonna need you to lift that hood. Gotta see if you're human or elf or gelatinous blob. We've had all types tonight.
I'm afraid I can't do that. I assure you, I am human. Now, please allow me safe passage.
You've got a real mysterious, don't ask me any questions vibe going on. What's up with that?
I simply have nothing to state or claim. I just wish to enter.
You know, I'd say you have a trusting face, but I haven't seen it yet.
And you won't.
Whoa, what's with the neck candy? A little out of place for someone dressed so discreetly.
My necklace is none of your concern.
So you stole it?
I did not steal it.
Then it was a gift?
Yes, from my mother.
I wish I got a gift like that from my mom. Only thing I got from her was this hair. You know, I could keep this in order to get you to tell me more about yourself, but I won't.
I greatly appreciate that.
Greatly enough to tell me who you are?
No.
Aw, you're no fun. That emerald looked like the real thing. Maybe I should call one of the higher-ups about it.
I'm forwarding you to Mrs. Ash now. Please hold.
Lil, I've heard something about a necklace.
Hello to you, too. Yes, the cloaked woman is rocking some serious neckwear. Silver chain, big green rock.
That is the same necklace that the princess wears. Maybe the princess gave it to her as proof so that she could enter safely and relay a message to me. Let her in immediately and tell Travis he's fired.
Why?
Oh, I tell him that every night. It's our little game. Ta!
I'm still on the call, you know.
I don't know why, but something tells me I should let you enter. Maybe it's the necklace, maybe it's the nothing else you've told me about yourself, but I gotta follow my gut on this one.
Thank you. The choice you made here today will not go unrewarded.
Tacos.
What?
Make my reward tacos.
Okay, sure.
Hooray!
Seems this mysterious lady was hiding a royal surprise. Well deduced, Guardsman. And there may be tacos in your future.
It's you! What are you doing here? Are you here to give me tacos?
No, I've come to reveal my true identity to you.
So, no tacos?
Allow me to introduce myself. I'm Desdemona.
Princess Desdemona? Nah, I knew it all along.
No, you didn't.
Why split hairs? But what about the kidnappers?
There were no kidnappers. I disguised myself and ran away. I'm sorry for all the commotion I've caused. I had to get away to say goodbye to someone important to me before my wedding.
I don't understand.
I'm being forced to marry one of the suitors from these two rival kingdoms.
Yeah, that's old news. What I don't understand is why you, a princess, are here talking to me about it. Shouldn't there be more official people that could play therapist?
Like Stryker? Ash? Oh God. Oh, not Malcolm. I know my father had faith in them. When I'm gone, your advisors will help maintain the balance, blah, blah, blah. They want me out of the way so they can control my father's kingdom. They've never been good at listening to what I want or how I want to rule this land. Nobody listens to me.
Sing it, sister.
And now I'm being forced to choose between allying the Sprawl with the kingdom of Petrard or the Marvog Empire.
You mean Phineas the Pompous Prince or Kargan the Praetor Terror?
And it doesn't even matter if I love them or not. At the end of the day, it's strictly politics. Lucky me.
This is the first time in the game I've been okay being 12.
I just want to make the right choice. Tell me, Lil, what do you think of Prince Phineas?
He might look like a prince out of a storybook, but he's not a good dude.
And what about Praetor Kargan? What do you think?
Look, I'd be lying if I told you I wasn't already planning my Halloween costume based on her look. But it sounds like she's got a lot of blood on her hands. I know their ways are different than ours, but come on.
So if you were me and you had the future well-being of the Sprawl in your hands, who would you choose? Thank you for your honesty. I know my advisors have jerked you around, but I also know you don't always do what they say, and I like that. You remind me of, well, me.
And you remind me of me too, if I was rich and beautiful and influential.
Oh, you are influential. You've changed the course of fate more than you know.
Don't forget beautiful. I am also beautiful.
The sun's coming up. I must go. I shall put my own heart aside and do what's best for the kingdom.
I think Phineas is a better choice than Kargan because they have something we need. It was like gunpowder or something like that, and to be honest, Kargan seems like the only thing she can offer us is nothing. It seems like her people are dying out and might start killing our people. Although clearly a vampire, Count Heinrich von Pyre was also a registered chiropractor with a private practice on the outskirts of the rapidly gentrifying Little Ogre Town neighborhood. After entering the sprawl, the Count went to his clinic to open for the night. He had a long list of appointments. The Swamp Thing needed an activator adjustment, a mummy needed a deep tissue massage, and some acupuncture with electric current was just the thing for Frankenstein's monster's stiff neck. It was looking like it was going to be a typical night, until an angry mob brandishing pitchforks and torches showed up at Count von Pyre's core. The horde was led by none other than Myrna Herkin, local shit teacher and leader of the Better Business Bureau. Although lumbars were being loosened, there was a steadily growing number of complaints about bitten necks and cases of anemia resulting from the Count's medical practice. She was there to put a stop to it. Maybe it was the light of the torches reflected in their eyes, but it took just one look for Myrna and the Count to fall madly in love. Zero or it was the fact that he is a powerful vampire. One of those things. The Count swooped down and lifted Mima up out of the angry mob. He bit her at least 3 times and made her drink his own blood to facilitate her own vampiric transformation. She left her gig at the Better Business Bureau, and the Count welcomed his new soon-to-be bride into his castle. Now, along with dealing with that pesky Van Helsing fellow who kept trying to kill him, Heinrich also had a wedding to plan. The afflicted man was safe from the transformative rays of the full moon, and even should he have transformed, the thick iron bars would have protected everyone. Although the good people of the sprawl were safe from the wrath of his curse, the mourner was not spared the aggression of his fellow inmates. Cornering him in the cell, they shanked him with a handmade shiv, leaving him there to bleed to death. Luckily, the shiv was whittled out of a silver spoon, miraculously curing him once and for all of the curse of the beast that had attacked him so long ago. After a fortnight of recovery in the prison's infirmary, the mourner was released back into society. Unfortunately, on his journey back to Scarborough, in the Shire of Besserlin, the mourner was attacked by a different werewolf, and suddenly he's cursed again. Seems that if it wasn't for bad luck, this guy would have no luck at all. Crown Prince of Petrard Phineas Pomp stumbled back to his lavish lodgings at the palace. Hungry and drunk, he lit the fire and put on a pot of stew before passing out on the floor. He awoke the next morning having no memory of how he got home, or why his room reeked of burnt stroganoff. But he did remember the rager of a party thrown in his hainair by the Mages Guild, and the promises he made to them should he be chosen to marry Princess Desdemona. This Mrs. Abernathy was no Abernathy at all. In reality, it was a horrible shape-shifting monster. Running off into the night, the creature assumed a different identity and gained entry in the sprawl at another gate. Once inside the sprawl, we lost track of LT. Having the ability to take the form of anyone made it difficult to track, so its whereabouts remain unknown. It was reported later that night that an unusually untalkative guardsman Cecil was trying to break its way into the sprawl's armory. Being denied entry, Guardsman Cecil apparently screamed in a high-pitched voice and ran off into the night. Tyrenless Athanates was unable to meet with Praetor Kargan that night. His promises of sharing the secrets of necromancy with the Marvuk Empire went unfulfilled. If he had been successful, the Mages Guild and its agendas would have been conveyed to the Marvuk Empire. And if that alliance was put in place and the Praetor was chosen for marriage by Princess Desdemona, who knows what nefarious plans would have unfolded. Dejected, Tyronius went back to his keep outside of the walls of the city, and contrived another way to forge his allegiance with the Marvogians. He wasn't sure how. But he knew his next plan would have to be 100% Little Gate guard-proof. Having a newfound hatred for bureaucracy, Scary Tree Monster angrily stomped and thwomped his way back to his woods, taking out an unsuspecting group of campers along the way. Safe within the boundaries of his forest, Scary Tree Monster discussed with his fellow tree monsters how they could elicit real change for their community. He held a vote, achieved a landslide victory in favor of more thwomping. Still, there had to be a better way, he thought. Maybe he could visit the city clerk's office in the sprawl and obtain the necessary paperwork to run for political office, and try to change things from the inside. If not, he could always fall back on stomping and thwomping. He'd already be surrounded by eminently thwompable bureaucrats. When Princess Desdemona returned to the castle, she refused to answer any questions regarding her whereabouts. She immediately issued a royal decree to cut funding to any active rescue rescale missions, antiquated and rescuers to put via and flashy end to the antiquated practice of choosing rescuers via flashy game shows. As she lay in bed that night, she reflected on the little guardsman's advice. She knew that her decision would irreversibly alter the fate of the sprawl, and the fate of every soul who called it home. That's all for today. I'll see y'all in the next video. Y'all have a wonderful morning, afternoon, evening, and night. See y'all later.